All righty, everyone, just calm down. Just take a breath for a moment. Can we please? It's a day after mom and dad had a bad day. Mom and dad had a big fight, and we don't know what happens next. Yep, the world's most powerful man and the world's richest man duking it out on social media. Tough for us MAGA kids to watch, but remember, it's all out of love for the country and for us, by the way. And it's all going to be okay because there are still some very important things that are tried and true, some unalienable truths for MAGA. President Trump is still president. We worked hard, and our president is in the White House. The Democrats are still in the minority, and the so-called leaders of their party are AOC, Penny Store Obama, Jasmine Jazzy Jazz Crockett, and Chucky Old Man Schumer. We're in good shape. But we're better than good because now we can see who is actually in their party. Moments like this show who's deep red, medium red, and a very light pinky rhino red. Also, it's highly, highly damn entertaining. When it all started going down on Thursday, at first I truly believed that maybe, just maybe, it was all bullshit. I thought it was just two guys having a prank with each other. Surely, just days after Elon smiled at the president in the Oval Office just a week ago, he couldn't be this riled up, could he? But he was. And after going off about the big, beautiful bill, Elon went to a really kind of ugly, dark place with that X post heard around the world, quoting, "Time to drop the really big bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT." Ooh, that escalated quickly, didn't it? Also, really bad look out of the gate because it means that either Elon kind of knowingly covered for a man he's accusing of some really bad things in Trump, or Elon may have said some things that, I don't know, Trump could consider liable, maybe even a lawsuit about it, cheapening the serious nature of trafficking of minors. Neither of those is a very good look for Musk, but again, he was pissed off. It was also bullshit and put to rest pretty quickly, pardon the pun, when Epstein's own lawyer said it was totally untrue. Trump had no relationship with Epstein besides those public ones that we all already knew about, but it doesn't matter because that set off a social media war of all social media wars, maybe of all time. Went back and forth. There were some threats made, seemed to kind of peter out by the end of the day, but like the rabid dogs that they are, those Democrats, they loved it. They were eating it all up. They were foaming at the mouth, watching two men duke it out socially on social media, mostly because they haven't seen a real man in quite some time on the Democrat side, but also because they've been dreaming about this moment, dreaming about a rift in the partnership that's actually been good for America, because after all, fuck America, right? Am I right, Hakeem, AOC?
Any quick reaction on what's going on with Elon Musk and President Trump on Twitter right now?
Oh man, the girls are fighting, aren't they? I would say that this was something that was a long time coming, where we've been seeing that these two huge egos were not long for being together in this world.
So now liberal, progressive, Democrat female knows what a girl is? Oh, that's good. At least they're starting to learn. And of course, right on cue, MSNBC's Nicole Wallace, positively giddy on this online tussle.
Nicole, I'll just say briefly to you, I thought the Drake-Kendrick feud was bad, and I thought it got ugly, but this is already worse.
This is epic. I cannot wait to go watch. If you're gonna go there, I'm gonna go up there.
We're gonna go there. We're gonna get into it as you've been covering it, the serious and the messiness of it. Good to see you, Nicole. Our thanks.
Well, they were giddy, weren't they? While the media gloated, Democrats and the entire leftist machine seemed to do an about face on their Elon hatred. Democrats spent months firebombing Teslas, but now they love Elon, and they're defending him. Really? The night before, CNN was calling Elon a drug-using Nazi, and then suddenly Musk, the genius tech billionaire known for his love of humanity, has made credible and serious allegations against the president. Seriously, sit the fuck down, CNN, and shut the fuck up. The fickle Democrats are suddenly into Elon Musk again. Is this really happening? Even John Fetterman is pointing out how obviously pathetic that is.
The Dems, we've been dumping all over Musk and vandalizing Teslas or whatever, and now suddenly we might be more back into them and things.
And now one of Musk's baby mama, Ashley St. Clair, chimed in with, "Hey, Donald Trump, let me know, LMK, if you need any breakup advice, yuck, yuck, yuck." Even fast food chain In-N-Out Burger had something to say, quoting, "Friendships come and go, but In-N-Out will always be here for you." And this one, breaking, Vladimir Putin has offered to negotiate a peace deal between President Trump Elon Musk. That's pretty funny. That was pretty funny. J.D. Vance about to sit down with Theo Von writes, slow news day. What are we even going to talk about? Little smiles on their faces. Babylon Bee crushed it, playing our emotions with this one. Judge determines Trump will get the nation on weekdays, while Elon Musk gets every other weekend and holidays. See what you did there, Babylon Bee. And this one, who gets custody of Joe Rogan? It's a good question. Well, who does get custody of Joe Rogan? And this clever homage to Pride Month, this messy Trump-Musk breakup is truly the gayest thing about Pride Month. Look at this, about two men who are important to the country, this important to the country. We don't want to see them fight. We just don't like to see this, especially not in the public forum for all to see. But this is what it boils down to. President Trump is who he is. He's the most powerful man in the world who gave up everything to take us into the golden age. And watch carefully. Watch who chooses this moment to turn on the president in this moment. Very telling. Also, thanks to this epic battle between Trump and Musk, we watched Democrats passionately pushing to release the Epstein files. They spent years calling it a nothing burger, a conspiracy theory, and then at the mere possible thought that their moral enemy, Trump, was on the list, they suddenly not only acknowledged its existence, but begged for it to be released. What a bunch of idiots these people are. And remember that this is who Donald Trump has always been. The man of the art of the deal certainly knows how to deal with people and test and manage, by the way, loyalty.
I'm so loyal to people. Maybe I'm loyal to a fault, but I'm so loyal to people that when somebody's slightly disloyal to me, I look upon it as a great act of horror.
And how are you different than you were 3 or 4 years ago?
Well, I used to say, and in fact, I think I said in my first book that, and maybe this was foolish, but I really meant it, that someday I'd like to maybe lose everything for a period of time to see who's loyal and who's not loyal. And I found out a lot of things.
Did you find out who's loyal and not
I'll tell you
loyal?
what, and you can't guess it. You can't predict it. You think certain people would be loyal no
So
matter what.
what happens next? Where does MAGA go? Well, whatever happens in the divorce, one thing is true, no matter what, that man is our president, and it's all going to be okay. Now, time to weed out the assholes who get in the way.